Welcome to another video of computational thinking and algorithm units. Okay, in this unit we are going to talk about file handling. Okay, what file handling is. Till now we studied variables, constants, arrays, lists. Okay, whatever we have studied till now, they all live on RAM, and RAM is a volatile memory, or simply just when our program terminates, these memories or just these data, they are removed, they are wiped from the volatile memory. If we want to store data permanently for the future use as well, we have to store the information on the secondary storage, okay, which is our HDD or SSD. Mainly we use databases or things like that for this, but in very basic level we work on file handling. Okay, file handling is simply creating files and reading data from the files and writing data to the files, okay, which live on the secondary storage, allowing it to survive and retrieve our data even after the execution of our program is ended. Okay, so we have gotten something by the name of the file life cycle. Okay, what we do with file in computer. Okay, it has gotten four important stages. The first one is open the file. Okay, so for this we have to specify the file. Which file do we want to open and in what mode do we want to open it? Do we want to open it in read, write, or append mode? Okay, do we want to just read data from it, or do we want to write data to it? Okay, the second one is read or write the data, extract data from the file or push data inside that. Okay, so that is okay, transfer data blocks between RAM variables and secondary storage. And after that, just we did that, we just got the data, we have to just do the process. Okay, use data in logic, arrays, or math. Then after that, when our work is done, our process is done, then we have to close the file. Okay, this is very important. If we do not close our files, maybe just we will have damaged files at the end. Then opening modes. Okay, talking about the opening modes, we just say that yeah, we have gotten read, write, and append. Okay, so let's see what each one is. First one, read. Okay, when we want to just simply extract data from a file, we have to open the file in read mode. Okay, and for read mode, we just simply write R. Then if the file is missing, if we just open it in read mode, okay, if the file is not there, it will just simply crash and it will give us error. Okay, that yeah, you want to read data from this file does not exist, so it will generate error for us. Okay, the second one is write. Simply, or W, okay, opens file to write. Simply here what it does, if the file does not exist, it will create the file, and if it exists and already there is some data stored inside that file, write will replace that data. It will just remove the previous data and just put the new data inside that. Okay, then the next one is append, or A. This one opens file to write at the end of the document. If file does not exist, it will create it. It will not generate error. It will just simply create the file. If it exists and there is some data inside that already, it will not remove the data. It will just simply what? It will write at the end of the file. So there is a warning about write and append. Okay, write mode completely overrides existing content, and it means it will remove that. So be careful if you do not want the file to be removed. Okay, default to append unless you are told to just open your file in write mode. Okay, otherwise just use append. Clear? Then Edexcel pseudocode for that. Okay, in pseudocode, how do we just do this? See, in opening the file, we will just simply write something like this: open scores.txt, that is name of the file, for read or for write or for append, for just anyone. Then read line. Okay, read line, then the name of the file, from which file should you just read the line, set student raw. So then store that line inside this variable. Okay, so extracts data line into variable. Write line, name of the file, then comma, then whatever value you want to just write inside that file. Okay, so that will be just now this will write Alice comma 95, to the scores.txt. And after that, at the end, you have to close the file. Okay, close the name of the file, so it terminates the connection to clean up resources. And simply, if you do not do that as well, you might damage your file and make your data inside the file unreadable. Okay, so that is the Edexcel pseudocode commands. See, writing. Okay, write file name, then record. Example is here, write my file doc. So yeah, you can just put quotation marks here, answer 1 comma answer 2, then xyz 01. See, answer 1 and answer 2 are not written in quotation marks, but xyz 01 is written in quotation marks. It means these both are variables. We want to just store the values of these variables here, and at the end of that, xyz 01. Okay, so see, as input, this will enter the file and it will just create a single record. It means one line. Okay, so each write statement writes a brand new record or a line. Okay, so you can combine strings and variables separated by commas, as you can just see here. CSV files, comma separated values, they are just a universal text-based table format. Here rows are represented as records. Okay, each line of the file means it is a record or it's a row. Then fields are separated by comma in each line. Okay, for example, here we have got a name comma score, that is just name score. Then ls comma 85, so it means that is an ls 85 is a new row or record, and just each one is one field. Bob and 92, the same thing. Okay, so that is separated comma separated values. It is stored like this, but we can just read it like a table. The thing is, okay, while writing your file, yeah, you can just simply separate elements of each line with comma, and that is completely all right. And when you just read that, yeah, then you can just do things or read it to make a table out of that. Okay, even CSV files are openable with spreadsheet softwares like Excel, things like that. Okay, so implementation in Python, yeah, that is just the Python code file is equal to open this file in read mode. Okay, and that is stored in file, and after that write this inside file, and yeah, we just add one new line character at the end of our code to just generate the new line. Okay, and after that file close. So in Python or in programming playlist, these are done in detail. Then the golden rule, again, just we are telling you, close your files. Okay, failing to use file.close or closing your file will just lose you marks on your exam. Okay, unclosed files leave data trapped in the memory buffer. It may never physically write to the drive, causing corrupted or blank output files. Okay, so you have to be very careful about this. If you open it, kindly close it. Some tips for your exam: looping for reading. Okay, always use while not EOF, that is end of file. It means while not end of file, read line do this, read line do this. Okay, so that is, or a condition control loop to ensure you read all lines of a file, not just the first one. Okay, then string quotations, always use string quotes around file names and opening modes in your code, specifically in Python. Okay, so data text inside the quotation mark and or as well inside quotation marks. Okay, so omitting these causes instant syntax errors. And protect by default, so by default go to append mode. Okay, if you are not specifically told to use w or overwrite the existing data. Okay, if you are just told to overwrite the existing data, then yeah, use append, otherwise use write, otherwise use append. Okay, exam traps where students make a lot of mistakes. Okay, data read from any file enters the program as strings. So if you need those data as numbers, simply you have to do costing. Okay, you have to just explicitly cost the string to any data type like int or float before trying mathematical calculations on them. Otherwise, you will face some runtime errors. Okay. Practice on some questions. Question number 1. Identify the missing stage in the file lifecycle. See, that is open, read, write. After that, something is missing, then close. What is it? Process. Open, read, write, process, then close. The second question. Write the exact Edexcel pseudocode to write the variable user score to a file named scores.txt. So write scores.txt. By the way, just put quotation mark there, okay? Comma user score. So that is that will write the value of user scores to scores.txt. And third question, design the algorithmic logic steps to backup data from one file to another. So you have gotten two files. From one of them, you will just need to store data inside the other one. Okay, think about this. Answer is okay. Open source in R, open backup in W. Loop read from source and write to backup, okay, every time, and close both of them. So that is just a very simple one, but yeah, you can make it very detailed. Here we had lack of space, so just yeah, I wrote something like that. So that's it. Okay, wish you all the best, good luck, and goodbye. Do not forget to like and subscribe our channel.